Saludos amigos, hoy les traigo la última parte de este interesante documental presentado por Poke Runyon, miembro fundador de la Ordo Templi Astarte. En este documental muestran por única vez los rituales realizados por esta orden basados específicamente en el Emegetón y el cuarto libro de Almadel, adaptado por Poke y realizándole ciertas variaciones. Curiosamente, utilizan el ritual menor del pentagrama de la Golden Dawn. Y para cerrar el ritual utilizan el ritual de destierro, mismo que se encuentra en el milagro del nuevo poder avatar. Poke explica del por qué tomó la decisión de dar a conocer las prácticas de la orden y concluye con unas palabras que me causaron impacto. Y dice que al momento de evocar a estos espíritus debemos disculparnos cuando aparezcan, porque nuestros ancestros transformaron a estas deidades en demonios y los encarcelaron en la vasija de cobre del inconsciente colectivo. Interesante, ¿verdad? Debemos recordar que estas deidades son parte de cada uno de nosotros, así como nosotros somos parte de la mente universal que todos compartimos, por lo que ellos aparecen desde el inconsciente colectivo a través de nuestro reflejo al momento de evocarlos y retornan a la mente universal cuando los despedimos. Por esa razón, dice, debemos usar estos métodos secretos para explorar el reino interior del plano astral y para experimentar la gloria de los ángeles y las maravillas del reino espiritual. Espero que este documental haya sido de su agrado, pero sobre todo que hayamos aprendido un poco más acerca del Goetia y la magia salomónica, que también forma parte del milagro del nuevo poder avatar y otros grimorios. Me gustaría ver en los comentarios cuál es su opinión. Los invito también a visitar mi blog Grimorios y Ocultismo. Les dejaré el link abajo. Procuro actualizarlo seguido, en donde pongo a su disposición sigilos y grimorios y pronto empezaré a subir información y técnicas sobre rituales. También, si desean hacer una donación para mi canal, les dejo el link en la descripción. Un abrazo fraternal y hasta el próximo video.
Before every magical operation, whether of invocation or evocation, we open our circle and call down the archangelic guardians of the quarters with a Golden Dawn style invoking ritual of the lesser pentagram. And, at the conclusion of the ceremony, we will employ the banishing version of the same rite to close and seal the gateway between the worlds.
Ata, Malkut, Vegabura, Vegaduda, Neolam, Om. Amasha O. Adonai. Ahaya. Ata, Gabor, Leolam, Adonai. Before me, Raphael. Behind me, Gabriel. At my right hand, Michael. At my left hand, Oriel. Around us flame the pentagrams. Above us shines the six-rayed star. Ata, Malkut, Vegabura, Vegadula, Leolam, Om.
We call thee, great Archangel Raphael, in the name of Tetragrammaton, Amashao, come to us, O guardian of the Eastern Quadrant, Master Teacher, loving Healer, wielder of the sword of truth, and Lord of the aerial realm, come, we beseech thy presence here upon this holy table. Shine forth from this pellucid crystal, grant us a glimpse of thy glory, and a whisper of thy wisdom. Raphael, 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 Raphael. As the soft chanting continues, each person around the circle will invoke in his or her turn until the altar top is haloed with an electric blue aura of astral energy, shot through with golden rays of light. Then you know you are on holy ground, and the angel may speak through any one of you. You may not see Raphael in the crystal, but you will certainly sense his presence. You will feel his power, and his voice will speak within you. Until you have made such a connection and established such a bond with all four of the archangels, you must not venture further into the darker realms of Solomon's magic.
Great Archangel Michael, guardian of the southern quadrant, master of the sacred lands, warrior and defender, Lord of the realm of fire, come, grant us a measure of thy power and a warning of any dangers that might lie before us.
Great Archangel Gabriel, guardian of the western quadrant, Lady of the waters and mistress of the Holy Grail, quicken within us the faculties of sympathy and of intuition. Grant us a glimpse of thy mystic grace and an oracle from thy vast dark ocean of understanding. Great Archangel Auriel, guardian of the northern quadrant, Lady of the earth and mistress of the holy pantacle of art, bring us in harmony with nature's cycle, and make fertile all our just desires. Bestow upon us thy love, and lead us unto thy treasures. In the name of Adonai, Haaretz, Auriel,
Remember, you're invoking these angels, not evoking them. Evocation means bringing something out of yourself. Invocation's like praying. You're calling them down from above, you're inviting them to visit you, you're asking them for their help. So you shouldn't command them, and you certainly shouldn't banish them after the operation is over. You thank them, you ask them to come again, and you bid them hail and farewell. Now that we have the four great archangels of the quadrants firmly on our side, we're ready to open Solomon's brass vessel and call forth the genie to appear in the dark mirror on the triangle of art. As an example, we're going to summon the spirit Astaroth, who is described in the Goetia as a great and powerful duke, whose lamen is to be made out of copper. Copper is the metal attributed to the planet Venus. This is appropriate because the spirit Astaroth is actually the ancient Canaanite goddess Astarte. Therefore, we will operate as if we are evoking her in the seventh Kabbalistic sphere of Netzach, with the understanding that all operations of the Goetia take place in the lunar sphere of Yesod. Remember, each sphere contains its own tree of life complete. This concept is not difficult to grasp if we think of the moon as a silver mirror through which all the multicolored lights of the higher spheres are reflected. And keeping this in mind, we should always perform our evocations when the moon is waxing. Pay very close attention to every detail of what you're about to see. This is the first time a complete operation of goetic thaumaturgy has ever been visually recorded. We're going to call forth the spirit Astaroth, who is actually Astarte, the queen of heaven and the patron goddess of our temple. It was in her honor and through her inspiration that I founded the Order of the Temple of Astarte in 1970 to properly teach Solomon's magic to worthy students of the art. We have continued this tradition in an unbroken continuity for 25 years, initiating and instructing over 100 here in our temple. After the lesser pentagram, which we have already demonstrated, the operator should perform a planetary septogram ritual, internalizing and then externalizing the Kabbalistic lunar sphere of Yesod, within which all goetic operations are encompassed.
In the name of the Archangel Gabriel, I declare the gateway to the lunar sphere of Yesod is hereby open. Hold.
Let the mystic circumambulation commence. 7 turns Deosil in the sphere of Netzach of Yesod. Thee I invoke, the bornless one, thee that didst create the earth and the heavens, thee that didst create the darkness and the light. Thou art Osiris and Ophrys, Osiris the beautiful, whom no one hath seen at any time. Thou hast distinguished between the just and the unjust. Thou didst make the female and the male. Thou didst produce the seed and the fruit. Thou didst form us to love one another and to hate one another. I invoke thee, the terrible and invisible God who dwelleth in the void place of the Spirit. I am he, the bornless Spirit. I am he, the truth. I am he who hates that evil should be wrought in the world. I am he that brings the lightning and the thunder. I am he who showereth life upon the earth. I am he, the grace of the world. The heart girt with the serpent is my name. Come thou forth and follow me, and make all spirits subject unto me, so that every spirit of the firmament and of the aether, upon the earth and under the earth, on dry land or in the water, of whirling air or of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God may be obedient unto me.
Domini dixi decorum Dominus Tue, et locum habitationis gloria Tue, mendiel.
We welcome you, Goddess Astarte. We apologize for summoning you with such strong incantations, but we hasten to declare that we command only that portion of you that dwells within us. Your higher presence we hold in true reverence and serve in all humility. Goddess, do you have an oracle for us?
I have an oracle for all those who would seek me. Each priestess must call me forth through her own image and in her own time. It is enough that you have opened the gates. Now, each one must make her own sacred journey.
Great Goddess Astarte, we thank thee for having attended our rites and granting our wishes. And as we release your special presence to return to your lovely realm, we ask that your essence remain stronger within us. And we ask that you return to us when called by the rites of holy magic. Hail and farewell.
There are a few things I should mention about the ceremony you've just seen. If you demand the presence of a spirit who is actually an ancient god or a goddess, then you should apologize to them when they appear. Now the reason is this. Our ancestors transformed these ancient deities into demons and imprisoned them down in the brass vessel of the collective unconscious. Now, you can treat them like medieval demons. You can conjure them with powerful incantations. You can use the curse of chains, or you can torment them into coming by burning their sigils. But then how do you think they're going to treat you? Remember, they are part of you, just as you are a part of the universal mind which we all share. They appear from the collective unconscious through your reflection when you evoke them. And they return to the universal mind through your image when they depart. For this reason, you should treat even the lowest of their number with respect, and the gods and goddesses among them with veneration. And for this reason, you should never, under any circumstances, attempt to use this system of evocation to bring harm to any other person. Now, the reason for this should be obvious, but just to make sure you understand, this would be magically similar to calling up your enemy on the telephone and then detonating a hand grenade inside your phone booth instead of his. He may hear the explosion, but you're the one who's going to get blown up. Think about that. And recall the proverbial wisdom of King Solomon. Remember that the genii of the brass vessel were charged with teaching us the arts and the sciences. Therefore, we should use Solomon's magic to grow in wisdom and understanding. We should use these secret methods to explore the inner realms of the astral plane and to experience the glories of the angels and the wonders of the spirit realm. If you use Solomon's magic in God's name and with a pure heart, you have nothing to fear, and others should have no reason to fear you. Now that we've returned from our magical journey, and you understand how Solomon's magic really works, you might be asking yourself, why is all this being revealed? Why are we showing you, without initiation and training, secret techniques that have been closely guarded through the ages? Why have we shown you the actual equipment and how to use it? Well, the truth is, we really didn't want to reveal these techniques to the general public, but in 25 years, during which time I personally initiated and trained over 100 students, it's not surprising that our secrets would leak out. At the present time, there are several small groups presuming to teach our methods, and a few years back, a former member of our order self-published a partial and oversimplified version of our system, which in turn became the authoritative source for a chapter on magical evocation in a beginning primer on ceremonial magic issued by a major publisher. Recalling the magical misadventures of that world-famous mouse in Walt Disney's film Fantasia, we might say that these apprentice sorcerers have opened the brass vessel and let out all the spirits, which has compelled me to come down from my wizard's tower and show you how to get them all back in again. I was responsible for the rediscovery and the modern development of the Goetia Almadel system we have explained and demonstrated in this video. And because it's no longer a secret, I now feel obligated to make the authentic and genuine system available to all sincere students who want to learn how to correctly practice this ancient art. In closing, please remember that Solomon's magic is valid as closed.